All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for tonight's HR mentorship learning session. Tonight, we have a diva in the house, Mrs. Stella Obialo, MCIPM, and she'll be taking us on a session titled Managing the C-Suite. Ladies and gentlemen, I would also like to briefly read her profile so that we can get to know her better and get to run through our career journey, albeit very briefly. Stella Obialo studied business administration from the prestigious Ambrose Ali University, Edo State, and subsequently got a Master's of Science in Management from the Waterfront University of Lagos. She's a certified and licensed HR practitioner, full member of CIPM, a certified senior professional in human resource SPHR, a fellow of the Institute of Management Consultants of Nigeria, a certified management consultant from the International Council of Management, USA, a certified personal development coach from the prestigious Coaching Academy in the UK, a certified neuro-linguistic practitioner, LMP, and a full member of the Mentoring and Career Institute of Nigeria, and of course, a certified behavioral change practitioner. She is a seasoned and strategic HR practitioner with well over 2 decades of experience in executive capacities across diverse strategic industries. She collaborates with businesses, providing advisory support across the HR value chain. Her professional expertise spans, but not limited to, talent management, learning and development, organizational design, change management, HR strategy, culture transformation, organizational leadership, among many others. Through her career, she has developed innovative frameworks and successfully executed various projects aimed at promoting talent development and capacity building in organizations. Furthermore, she has experience in non-HR projects such as process reengineering, strategy definition and execution, project management, process automation, and so on and so forth. She works closely with business leaders to offer bespoke human capital solutions. Aside from her current role as Chief Operating Officer at Vsauce Technologies Limited, Stella is also a member of faculty in different prestigious institutes like 11th Consult, Rome Business School, Chartered Institute of Personal Management of Nigeria, Lapo Business School, AEHRP, and also the John Odigu Oyegun Public Service Academy, where she has delivered various trainings around leadership and HR solutions. She has contributed immensely to the Chartered Institute of Personal Management of Nigeria, and currently she is the chairperson of the CIPM Edo State branch. She also sits on the board of trustees of various organizations, professional groups, platforms, and institutions. Ladies and gentlemen, Stella is an author, a coach, a mentor, a counselor, therapist, facilitator, and a people manager. She's the founder of HR Priming with Stella, which is an offshoot of our training and mentoring academy, Stella Obialo Executive Training Academy Limited. She's also the author of a book, HR Bootstrapping, and exposes that details how to set up the HR department from the very scratch. She has a knack for impacting life and leaving people better than she met them. Of course, she's also happily married, successfully married with 3 adorable kids. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the privilege, honor, pleasure, and delight to feel directly and glean from her insights, wisdom tonight. Stella Obialo, over to you, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Please confirm that I'm audible enough.
Loud and clear, ma'am. Loud and clear.
Fantastic. All right, so let us dive in. So we're going to be, what do I have for you today? Who are the C-suites? Because we're talking about managing the C-suites. Who are the C-suites? So what keeps the CEO awake at night? How can you support and manage your CEO? How do you communicate with the CEO? The benefits of effective C-suite management. And lastly, for those who are used to my presentation, there's always a case analysis. So without wasting much time, people ask this question: who is a member of the C-suite? When we hear C-suite, 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 who are they really? So the C-suite refers to the group of the most senior executive within a company whose title typically begins with the letter C, as in C for chief. So these executives are responsible for making the highest level of decisions that guides the overall direction and operations of the business. So the C stands for chief, which denotes their leadership and authority over a specific functional areas within the organization. So we have this. So before I ask the question, let us look at those roles that have the chief attached to them. So we have the chief executive officer, the CEO, the COO, who is the chief operating officer, the CFO, who is a chief financial officer, the CMO, the chief marketing officer, the CIO, the chief information officer, the CTO, the chief technology officer, the CHRO, that's the chief human resource officer, the CLO, the chief legal officer, the CCO, the chief compliance officer, and then the CRO, that's the chief risk officer. So let me ask this question. So does that mean that those without the C attached to their name, are they not member of the C-suite? Is it possible for other executives whose title doesn't start with the chief to be member of the C-suite? Can I have some responses in the chat box? Is it okay? Let's see what I've got. So is it possible that they don't have a chief attached to their last name and they will still refer to them as C-suite? Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I can see Tijani said yes, thank you very much. Justina said yes. Adin Relay said yes. Futi Faith iPhone says yes. I cite you. Yefa Thompson said yes, 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 yes. We have Joy, yes. Fonola said yes, yes, yes. So we have the yes, yes. We are very, very correct. So we have the vice presidents, we have the MD. They don't have all those. You know how you have the vice president human resources and then the managing director. So they don't really have the chief attached to their titles, but they are also members of the C-suite. Okay. Now, what do they all have in common? What do they all have in common? Before then, let's go to what keeps the CEO awake at night. What keeps the CEO awake at night? What is it that they're thinking about? What's the burning things? What is it that they regularly think about? And, when you get to a particular level, yes, we said, oh, you're supposed to sleep like 8 hours, 9 hours in a day. If you get to a particular level, the moment you wake up in the middle of the night, you want to go and take a pee, you want to go and pee or something, you come back, you find it very difficult to go back to bed. So what is it? And like all the problems, all the issues, all the challenges you're facing at work and in your business, they just come staring right at your face. So at times, not for all, at times it becomes very difficult to go back to bed. So I need you to drop on the chat box. So I need to give you a heads up. I like my sessions to be as interactive as possible. We are all here to learn from each other, right? So I want you to participate as much as you can. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, Chief Learning Officer, thank you. The L&D people, they are ready protesting. Thank you very much. Adesumba Williams. Yes, I will update my slide with that. Thank you. All right, so what keeps the CEO awake at night? Okay, what they all have in common is the problem of moving the business organization forward. Beautiful. Thank you very much, Joy Kohea. Okay, keep them awake at night. Yes, business growth, absolutely. Returns on investment, cost overhead, market condition, advertising, marketing, sales, production, short and long-term direction of the company and competition. Fantastic. Fantastic. And then we have how they're making profit and loss. Thank you very much, Fadikbe. Fidel said business sustainability. Absolutely. Developing business model. Thank you, Dosu. Mary, raising capital. Caroline, breaking even. Joy, profit. Mary, talent retention. And Chioma says, what's keeping her awake is how to remain competitive. Yes, yes, and yes. And then Adiola said, successors for critical role holders. Yes, Tijani says succession. Yeah, and then we have Thompson said business performance and profitability. It says sustainability and lifespan of the business. You are all spot on. You've said it all. What else do we wait? What else are we waiting for? You've said it all. Fantastic. Yes, financial performance. They want to know how can I remain how can I remain liquid? We need money. People want to get into business because they want to get into business. One of the things, aside from the vision they have that they are betting, they want to make money. They want to make money. That is it. Financial performance. How are we doing? How can we do better? I once asked an HR. I once asked no, not I once asked an MD. She's the MD and the owner of the business. I asked this question when yes, she was a member of the HR Prime Minister, and then so when I was asking this question, she didn't. She just said fear of failure. I said that was deep. You go into the business, you don't want to feel like everybody knows. Oh yes, the MD, the CEO. Every now and then you see them, they are barely resting. The fear of failure. I can't afford to fail. I've put in a lot into this business. I've put in a lot of funds, resources, both material and human resources, my time, right? I can't afford to fail, not at this time. So the fear of failure, financial performance, competitive landscape. I want to remain competitive. It's not going to be the same old, same old. I don't want to wake up one day. I have a thriving business right here, doing great. Everybody knows me. And then the next minute, I wake up one day, I have a competitor with better value, and worst off is just around the corner, not far away from me. Those are some of the fears that comes to mind. Innovation and business continuity. Remember what happened, the pandemic. What business continuity plan? I remember most of the courses we attended then, the pro pandemic, there wasn't anything like there was. It's all about VUCA, and it was seeming like it's something that it's going to befall us in the future. And then pandemic came, whoa, COVID, and then the VUCA came upon us so swiftly that some businesses folded up. Because of business continuity, there was no plan B. So innovation and business continuity, very, very critical. They want to remain in business. They don't want to come, reign for like a few years and then you say, what really happened to that business? Oh, that business, what really happened to it? Then get people to buy into their vision. It's very, very difficult getting people to buy into their vision. This is where I'm going. This is my goal. I need you to go along with me. Reputation management. They don't want to be in the news for the wrong reasons. So it behoves on us as HR professionals, as managers of this C-suite, to do everything we can to take the business out of the news for the wrong reason. Talent management. How do you bring this talent in? How do you source them? How do I onboard them? How do I keep them in organization? I want to reduce the attrition rate to the minimum. I don't want to wake up one day and then the HR is trusting before me some letters, or saying, I need to inform you this person has resigned again. What do we do? The headache. And one of your best staff leaving the organization, how do I manage them? How do I keep them? These are some of all those things that keep the CEO awake at night. How do I scale this business? I exist only in Lagos State. How can I scale? How can I have the business in other locations? Right? Regulatory compliances. What are these regulatory compliances that is preventing my business from thriving? Right? Shareholder management. What am I going to tell the board members? That we are not making money? Excuses? They get knocks. The CEOs, they get knocks also. So now we've looked at what keeps the CEO awake at night. Now, but there is something that they all have in common. There is something they all have in common. Yes, they have quite a lot they have in common, but there is haven't worked with about I've worked about okay, my life was an organization. I worked with about 4 CEOs because they changed the CEOs. When it one contract end, they bring in another one. So they were four CEOs and then four from the previous one. So I haven't worked with 8 CEOs in 24 years. Let's see. There was something I realized they all had in common. They had a common trait. What would it be? Who can guess? Hit me in the chat box. What do they have in common? All the CEOs. They have the similarities, right? Thank you very much. I could see and short and long-term direction of the company, multiplicity of payments of taxes and other regulatory levels. Yes, they want to succeed. Yes, yes, yes. Please hit me on the chat box. Hit me there. They want to succeed. Yes, yes, yes. But I'm looking for something. I'm looking for something. Good motivators. Yes, 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 yes. And I'm searching for something. They have one thing in common. Vision. Yes, yes, yes. Very, 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 very. Company growth, networking. Thank you very much. Loyal employees. Yes, company growth. Grit and focus on the big picture. Yes, can't stand long stories. Oh, you are getting there. Oh, who was that? Can't stand long stories. The story they have in common, you know, of the company that keeps them up at night. Yes, that it is not. No. Someone said can't stand long. So you're hitting. There's something I want you to say. It's that is Mary. Mary has said something. Yes, you are. Oh, you're correct. But there's something I'm looking for. There's just one particular trait I'm looking for. How to spend less and remain in business. Yes, yes, yes. Sustainability, of course. Revenue generation, yes. Return on investment. They all have. I'm talking about something they all have in common. And it might be for some people they see it as yes, Mary, please, Miss my Mr. Adeosun, please. I need Mary's details at the end of this session, please. Mary, I
Okay,
owe you a
great.
gift. I
Okay,
owe you a gift,
thanks.
Mary. Yes, please. I owe you a gift, Mary. So they are all impatient. They are all impatient. They're like you come to them with something. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. And you're sending something that they don't have time. They're all very impatient. They don't have time. They don't have time. So because they do not have time, they are busy round the clock. How can you support and manage them? How can you support and manage them? So how can you support and manage the CEO? Unless I have some things I've come up with. Understanding the vision. You know, when one person, when you have a direction, you're going somewhere, and you have someone who is with you in that journey, someone who understands. They need someone to understand the vision. This is where we are going. And then if you know something about when you understand the direction, you know how to pack your bag and baggages and start going. You're going to a place where you're going to an area that is going to be cold, or you're going to a place and it's winter. Then you know how to pack the right attire for the season. So understand the vision, the direction, the strategic goal of that organization, right? So they need you to understand. You cannot be working with the C-suite, you cannot be working with the CEO, and you do not understand what the vision is. So most times to resume in an organization, you're having that first one-on-one with your line manager, who happens to be the CEO. Request for the strategic direction of the organization. They will share that with you. And there are some CEOs, even if they're not writing it down, it's not there on the website or in the handbook. Sometimes they let it slip. Oh, this is what I intend to do. This is what I want to do. This has always been my dream. So understand the vision. Then understand the business. Show interest in the business. Know how the business make money. How does your business make money? So which particular unit or department is your cash cow? How can I support the business? It's all about value. So you have to know the business, know the terrain that your business operates in, understand how the business make money. Then if you understand the business, know the terrain that the business is operating in, then you know how to support the business. So you show interest in the business, know how the business make money, know the particular department or the particular unit that is the cash cow, and then you always reaching out to them. How can I support you? How can I make you more productive? You're always, wanting to, give back, give value, be solution driven. One thing that would draw your CEO to you is if it's when you are solution driven. You don't just come with a problem, come with a solution. Oh, this is you see this happen every day. When somebody walks to you, or there is this something is wrong somewhere, them, okay, so what do? They have the solution. So at times you listen. It's not every time that you have the solution. When you have some of all this team members of our team, they come to our office, they're saying something, or someone has come with a problem, please ask, okay, so what should we do? What's the way forward? You'll be amazed at what we'll come up with. The same goes. You don't take the problem to the CEO. You go there with a solution. Okay, we understand that this has happened. I'm thinking we could make suggestions. You don't just go there and dump. We're not hiring you to dump the problem. They're hiring you to resolve the problem. So be a solution provider. And then give them regular feedback. They want to know what is happening. They are high up there. So they want to know what is happening at every point in time. When you are on a project, give them regular feedback, give them updates. They might know at what points to perhaps rebase on a particular project. So give regular feedback, give them updates. They want to hear you. They want to know what is happening. And be timely with your deliverables. Now, this is speaking to integrity. When your line manager has asked for, or you have a deliverable, there is something you were supposed to deliver, and you said, oh, I'll deliver by 3 p.m. When we ready, 3 p.m. And then you waited 5 minutes past 3 p.m. And that is when you are telling him, oh, sorry, sir, can I just quickly, can I send this document to you in the next 10 minutes? So you do not go to them when the time has already elapsed. You request for time before that time. It's like you're on your way to work. You're supposed to resume by 8 o'clock. You already know as at 15 minutes to 8 that you won't be able to get to work on time. So that's the best time, of 30 minutes before that time. You shouldn't be, it's not around 5 minutes after 8, you are calling your line manager. So, hello, sir, sorry, sir. You see, it's like there was a trailer, the trailer fell across the road and we are all stuck here and you are sending pictures. No, you do that before. Be timely with your delivery. Request for more time. If you have said 4, at the point when your line manager starts telling you, please let 4 be 4, you have defaulted at some point. There were times you had said, I'll submit by 4 o'clock. And the 4 was never 4. Or your 4 has never been 4. When you say I'm submitting by 4, they should expect it the next day. It's speaking to integrity. So say what you mean and mean what you say. So when you say 8 o'clock, like what we have, if you say 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock. Not 8 o'clock, it's 10 o'clock. So be timely with your deliverables. So I know why I'm giving all these tips, because it's what has worked for me. I used to, yes, I am, let's say I'm still in the HR space. I've not left the HR space, but now I'm not a chief operating officer. What did I do? What were the steps I took? Having worked with 8 CEOs in 24 years. What changed with this particular CEO? And then I got promoted to the role of the chief operating officer. There's always a myth People do say, yeah, HR, they used to pass us by promotions. We don't get to, they pass us by with promotions. I tell you this, I was in my previous organization. It was a broadcast media house. And I joined this organization. It's a technology consulting firm. Then, as at then, there was just one business unit. And I knew nothing, absolutely nothing about tech. But I tell you this, I got 3 promotions in 4 years. So what I'm sharing with you are just practical tips. What I'm sharing with you are what I'm not saying that, oh, I've ticked all those boxes. Why am I not getting the promotions? No, it doesn't work that way. There might not be, role might not be open in that organization or your current organization. But there's always there. My last LinkedIn post, go check it out. You'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish if you do not care who gets the credit. Just continue to do your work. Just continue to deliver, and you'll be spotted. You'll be cited. So be timely with your deliverables, right? And now you can see this picture, right? The full picture is this person trying to throw someone else under the bus. So don't throw your subordinate under the bus. Most of you that walks up to the CEO and you are saying, I'm so sorry, sir. Actually, sir, it's actually in Bingpe. Bingpe was the one. No, it's a no. It's a no. You don't throw your subordinates under the bus. There's what is called responsibility and accountability. You're responsible for this role, but you're accountable for the end result of what they are doing. So you don't go before your CEOs or your MDs or the members of C-suite and start blaming your downline. You don't do that. Yes, they've done it. To take account, you're accountable for it. You're accountable. So you take responsibility for the actions. You don't go there and start pointing fingers. Learn how to take accountability and learn how to be responsible, not for the things that you do. It's not you. You didn't do it directly. If you're not directly responsible, the person that reports to you made this blunder. It's your department. You are the head of the department. So you are taking responsibility. So learn how to take responsibility for your actions. And no, all those blame games. It was this one making excuses. No, they are all no. I'm saying this because it's coming from the years of experience I've had doing, I've gotten my fingers burnt. I've been giving, I've been with serious Koboko Ken, gotten my fingers burnt. I've been issued queries. Yes. And I have learned, because you do not make a mistake and make it over and over and over again. You are learning from those mistakes. You're not just learning from your mistakes, you're learning from the mistakes of the other persons. Be results oriented. They want someone who can think on their feet, someone who can look at the problem and they're already seeing solutions. They are not seeing challenges. They are seeing solutions. They are telling themselves, okay, what do we do? You don't sit back. It's like someone falls on the floor. Yes, and you are there crying. Oh, get up. Do not remain at that spot. Move. So be result oriented, right? Then link initiatives to companies' goals and objectives. I know we all belong to different WhatsApp platforms. So there's always this thing about people are dropping these initiatives, or they're dropping different initiatives, and most people do what they call copy and paste. You don't localize. You just lift it and you are giving them. You come to the organization, you have looked at the demographics, and then you just suggested out of the blues, yes, I think we should have a crèche. And you have someone like me. And I'm asking myself, why you just announced that we are going to have a crèche, and you expect me to be dancing and jumping all over the place like the Gen Zs who'll be getting married in a couple of days. Yeah, thank God. Oh, when I get married, I'm good. Oh God, I can start bringing my child to the crèche. My last kid is 18. My first kid is about 25. So why should I be excited about crèche? No. So what is it about? What do they need? Did you run a survey? Did you run a benefit survey to ask them what they really need? And it's that the pinpoint of your organization as at this particular time. Is that the pain point? So you need to link the initiative, whatever initiative you're coming up with, link it to the company's goals and objectives. We want to retain our talent, attrition rates, we want to reduce it to the barest minimum. That's one goal, right? And then you do it everything you can to try and retain the talent. You're sending the state interview. So link every initiative. So you don't just do a copy and paste. You feel the pulse. You're not just feeling the pulse. The survey will feel the pulse of the employees. What about the pulse of the business? What about the pulse of the business? Do you know the financial situation of the business at that time? And you expect them to go into a CapEx, total expenditure project, and say, oh, it's one of my initiatives. And they're looking at you like, what's wrong with this one? You understand? And then you talk at the meetings, they won't even be inviting you for the meetings. Because when you open your mouth to speak, you don't seem to understand. You're not speaking the language they want to hear. Then another thing is for you to be good at your job. Be proficient at your job. Attend seminars, free or paid. Invest in yourself. If you know you're struggling, invest in yourself. See, the YouTube is your friend. You can gain a lot on YouTube for free. Learn. So I asked you this question. If you wake up every day, you pick up your phone and you're checking the WhatsApp status, right? When you check this WhatsApp status, what do you see? You're seeing people's status. Oh, this person, oh, wow, she's going to Canada. Oh, nice. And oh, and then every single day, just 30 minutes. Every day, 30 minutes, you are checking WhatsApp status. Please, I need you to drop on the chat box. What will you be at the end of 1 year? Every single day, you are checking status, checking WhatsApp status. What will you be at the end of 1 year? Every single day, 30 minutes, you're just giving yourself 30 minutes, 30 minutes perhaps on WhatsApp status, and watcher of status is a looker. All right. Yeah, one says nothing. What will you be? Status manager. Wow, an award-winning status viewer. Online observer, chief observer, gist looker. Yes, you're dying gradually. Yes. You will be an expert in minding other people's business. Now, don't get me wrong here. I understand that some people are into businesses and they post some of all these things on their WhatsApp status. Now, I want you to link it to resources. It is not what you do not have, but what you have and you do not know how to make good use of. I'm not proficient in this. I'm terrible at this. What have you done about it? You're waiting for your organization to send you to that business school. You're waiting for your organization, and then every single year they keep on reducing the budget for learning and development. So what do? How do you build your proficiency? So just imagine, you are very terrible when it comes to metrics and analytics. And every day, just 30 minutes, you start developing yourself every day. You go to the YouTube, you're learning every single day by 1 year. Come on. Nobody. You don't need a soothsayer to say it. You'll be speaking the language. Your brain will be very analytical. Metrics. You'll be speaking numbers. I know that this C-suite, they want to see numbers. How do you think they are close to the finance person? I see the CEO and the finance, they're always like this. They're like 5 and 6 because they want to see numbers. So be good at your job. Build your proficiency. Get certifications. I do not just mean get certifications and you're not good. I've seen a couple of people, they just keep on amassing certifications, and they are not so good on the job. Be good on the job. Deliver. Deliver, not sometimes. Deliver all the time. Okay? Then display confidence and composure. Oh, have what they call executive presence. When you speak, people will listen because you are exhuming confidence. How do you start? Having a knowledge about what you want to talk about. You will now become a subject matter expert because you have trained yourself, you've grown yourself. And another thing, you show up. They look at your dressing from head to toe. Now, I'm not talking about, you have to rob the bank. Always look good all the time. They said, look the way you want to be addressed. So there's something about when you dress well, you assume this confidence. I'm coming to speak about managing C-suite, and I'm right here in my bedroom, and I'm wearing a suit. I have my HR priming Sota Academy t-shirt. I can wear that and that for no, but I need to look the part. Something happened in my previous organization. There's this lady, there was a radio show, and it was an Islamic program. So every time she was, and radio then, it's not, I'm talking about some 8 years back. So you don't get to see them, unlike now that you could actually see those at in the studio for radio, just like TV. So you cannot actually not see the presenter. But anytime she's going for this program, she wears the hijab and she dressed up, and I'm wondering, and she really, really, really like, wonder and say nobody can see you. You can actually go there, and then you are making, you are delivering this program. People will leave, nobody notice. And I say, no, ma, you don't understand. I need to be present in the moment. Oh, it was, I say, yes. It took that. Be present in the moment. Dress the part. You want to be an executive, then dress the part. Don't show up looking rumpled and tattered. No. You could have this. Don't ever, ever, ever show up with rumpled clothes. It's a no-no. So there are ways to display confidence. You need to learn to be assertive. Stand your ground. When you talk, they listen. It's not every time at the meeting, everybody, your hands raised up. Your hand is raised up. You want to say something, and they're saying, hold on. Oh, it doesn't have to get to that. You wait. Let it be that when you speak, everybody, they are giving you that attention, like Stella is speaking. They are saying, Omotola is speaking. Let's listen. Joy, you have the floor. Oh, Princess, you have the floor. And then the person is, and you are talking, and they are listening. Learn about the business, know the pain point, know when to speak and when not to speak. And when you speak with confidence. Speak like, there's difference between, okay, you walk into a hall and said, hello, everyone. And then they said, hello, ma'am. Hello, good morning, everyone. Good morning. And they walk into the hall, compared to walking into the hall and say, morning, everyone. And the energy, you're transferring that energy. There's that level of assertiveness already. And like, you are bringing that energy on board. And everybody's speaking, they're looking up like, okay. So display confidence and composure. When I talk about confidence and composure again, it's not every time that you have issues. What? You said what? She did what? Immediately, you are going there. Dare you? And they are hearing your voice all over the place. No. Simple. Finesse. Panache. Smile even when you do not mean it. You do not always let them know what you are thinking. Don't be predictable. You say all those things, you say, all right, can I get back to you on this? You know, when the smile is more leather than the frowning. So maintain composure anytime. And when they say, anytime you're smiling like that, it's not too good. You are not even shouting. I came back from work one of those days. Anytime I'm coming back, I'm always pressing the home. Where is this? Where is this? Where is this security guard? He's not always on ground to open the door. How when he comes, what's wrong with you? Where did you go again? You want to be I said, okay, I wasn't going to do that anymore. So on this day, as usual, honk honk, there was no security. And then I said, okay. I got down, I opened the door, and it was up on the street. I had to get down, open the door to open the gates, then have to drive in. And then there was a car honking behind me. I said, oh. And then now I saw the security was running from, I didn't see anything. He came, sorry, man. I, he said he went to get something. I said, okay. I entered, I never said a word. And then I entered, madam, sorry, ma. I never said anything. I went up to my flat, and about some 15 minutes later, knock. And me, when I enter my house, I lock the door. I don't come out again. And then, what is it? Madam Namio, what's the problem? I'm the one. What's the problem? I want to see you, ma. What for? I looked at the time. It was 9 p.m. Hope no problem. Madam, I want to beg you. Okay, beg me for. I was like I was speaking behind the door. Beg me for. And that time when I know the gates, I was at the gates. I said it's fine. I said it's okay. You know, the next morning I was going to the car. He was in light prostrate. He was still begging. You see the power of silence and composure. So take that as a teacher. Then back up your initiatives with facts and figure. I did mention metrics and analytics. Yes, we have some of our HR thought leaders. Some of them are very, very sound. They're very, very good. And they are even giving back, teaching metrics and analytics. Even for my mentorship program, it's one of those things that I teach. Love numbers, love figures. Back up your initiative with facts and figure. You don't just go to say, oh, they didn't, this particular department, I think this particular department, they've been absent for some time. You have the facts. What are you doing with all those facts you have before you? What are you doing with the facts? All those facts you have before you, you have the data. What are you doing with this data? Descriptive analytics, prescriptive analytics, predictive analytics. What are you doing with the data? What are you doing with them? Learn. It's not difficult at all. You can learn it. Do not let anyone deceive you. Numbers, Excel. I don't like Excel. I don't like numbers. And then you are leaving it. When it comes to that, you call your downline, do this. What happens when the person sends that resignation? And that's reports that you usually send. How would you go about sending those reports? Or the person is under the weather. You start calling the person on the sick bed. And what is happening? And do you have your laptop with you? Can you do this? No. Learn it. Be humble enough to learn. Let them teach you. If there's a particular skill you are not proficient in, and there is someone there, it doesn't matter if the person is a beginner, get them to teach you. Let the end justify the means. So back up your initiative with fact and figure. If you are not good with metrics and analytics, then you are not yet ready to climb up that ladder. You need it. Then be dependable. Let your CEO look back and say, yes, Princess has got my back. Let him look back and say, yes, Fadikbe has got my back. Yes, I have someone there. I can travel. I don't have any problem. Be dependable. And that's because you have displayed proficiency. You have displayed dexterity on your job. And that's why they can always look back and say, I don't have any problem. Oh, she's in charge. Stella is in charge. Fadikbe is in charge. Yemi is in charge. They don't have any problem. Cordelia, if Cordelia is dead, I don't have any problem. Are you that person? Be dependable. Know when to push back. You know, one thing about this members of the C-suite, there's something about them, right? If you're not careful, they always they want to do their thing. They just want to do their thing, right? They always want, yes, I'm right almost all the time. Yes, do this, do this, do this. They want to be right all the time, but know when to push back. You have to say it without being arrogant. You have to say it and convincingly with facts and figure. So know when to push back, know when to say no, know when, we could circle back by 11 p.m. Would that work for you? Oh, 11 p.m. That time will not work for me. Can we do earlier than that? Or can we do tomorrow morning? There was something, know at what point to push back and know what you're pushing back on, not just anyhow. Right? And then learn the communication style. My line manager loves WhatsApp. I had to pin, with WhatsApp, you could pin 3 messages. I had to pin his message so that I'll always, every time, see his message. He's very fast with WhatsApp. So learn their communication style. How do they like to be communicated with? Learn the communication language. Learn how they talk, what they respond to the most. And then you'll be able to deliver, and not just delivering, not just communicating. When you're talking, you want to talk to them. Remember what we said, you do not have time. They are very, very impatient. So do what? Keep it concise and salient. You don't just go round and round the bush. Okay, sir. So what really now happened when we're coming? Hey. Go straight to the point. This happened, and this is what I think we should do. Put all those stories, and accept the request to say what happened. Can you please, tell me what really happened? That's different from your giving. Just go straight, high level, because they do not have time. They don't have time for, chit chat. And so that was when this person was now there, and it now start. Go straight to the point. The same. It's not just what you say, but what you are writing. You're sending some reports, and it's all text, and it's looking long, no paragraph, and it's just there. They are not going to read it, and you're sending your report. You're not even there. You're not backing your report. It's not. They're not seeing figures. They're not seeing numbers, and then they come and ask you again. Happened? Where is that information? Oh, sir, I sent it last week. They didn't read it. Because you had it all wrapped in between too many texts, and it's all over the place. So keep it concise, keep it salient. That's what they want to see. And pay attention to details. When I joined this new organization, that was when I started paying more attention. I don't know. It appears that I wasn't even doing it at all. I was spoiled. The last place I worked, I had a second in command, and this person was super good. So they get to send their reports to this person, and then this person sends to me. So he pretty much does all the cleaning up and all. I was terrible. When it comes to paying attention to details. But when I got to this place, you go into the office of my managing partner, and whatever it is you have sent to him, you are seeing it on the TV screen. They will cast it there, and there you start seeing at times. When you saw something and you're going, was this what I sent? Hey, this one has this. This one didn't have this because it's now so bold. And then it's saying, why is it that you'll have some things listed? There is full stop in 3 of the things you listed, and there is no full stop. He is that detailed. You listed 4 items. There are full stop at the end of each of those sentences. The last sentence, there was no full stop. All this T and small letter T and stuff like that. Pay attention to details. Now, AI has helped us a lot. There is Grammarly. There is Editor. Install those on your Microsoft Outlook. It will help you in chunking out fantastic, fantastic reports. So there's Grammarly, there's Editor, and of course, now there is Chat GPT. But don't use it stupidly. Don't just do copy and paste. You could ask it to reward it. And if you are trying to be discreet, you could go to paraphrase.io and then have it being paraphrased. Even on your mobile, you have everything at your disposal. Remember, I said it's not what you do not have, but what you have and you do not know how to make good use of. So always pay attention to details. We are delivering impactful presentation. Let it be engaging with introduction. Let it be clear. Have a clear structure, visually appealing, compelling delivery, and then connect with your audience. So these are ways you can have them eating from your palm. And so what happens if you're able to effectively manage the C-suite? Stronger leadership alignment, enhanced organization performance, greater strategic agility, stronger and better company culture, reduced risk. Okay, let me see. Reduce risks of leadership disruption, increase trust and collaboration, and then personal career growth. And that's where I'm going to focus on. Personal career growth. You do all those things, promotion will be imminent. Promotion won't be far off. You do not necessarily have to be promoted to the chief operating officer like I was, but you could move from one level to the other. You now become dependable. You attend the meeting. You all have been shouting, give me a seat at the table. Now you are at the table. They cannot have any meeting without calling you. They cannot have any meeting without reaching out to Princess. Oh, hello, Princess, please, can you join us for this meeting? Come on. It is not difficult. Selling, it's not difficult. Please, just do everything that's start practicing. It's not it's not in just one day that you get it all, but take baby steps. You will get there. So I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you on how you can manage the C-suite and why you should manage the C-suite. So I want to say thank you very much. And so do we have any questions? Before the questions, haven't heard, haven't listened, haven't learned from the experiences that I shared. I'm going to ask you this. What do you want to keep doing? What do you want to improve upon? What do you want to stop doing? And what do you want to start doing from today? Right? Thank you very much. So we can now have the questions. You're muted. You're muted. Yeah.
Wow,
Okay.
wow. That was beautiful.
Thank
Excellent.
you. Thank
I
you.
suspect nobody could have done justice the way you did it tonight.
No, they could afford it. A lot of people out there.
Every slide, every statement, that was, in fact, this can be the manuscript for another book, madam. At least you've taught us how to start HR from the scratch.
Yeah.
In the chat box, we can see encomiums, accolades, rightly so. Madiola Koni, elected council member, saying, excellent, madam. Luato Ifadikwe hitting the nail on the head. I can go on and on. Claps, emojis, emoticons. Wow. Jaffe says, I love the KISS analysis. I won't forget this. Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, would like to take questions and or contributions, as the case may be. You know the protocol. All you need to do is raise your hands, and then we recognize you and you speak. Of course, she just taught us now. Please keep it simple and short. All right, go straight to the point. And if you also prefer to type your questions or comments in the chat box, we'll also oblige and read it out quickly. All I see so far is still commendations, accolades, and so on and so forth. Let me see here. Okay, fantastic. I've seen a question directly to me from Olufumi Ajagun. She says, yeah, Ma, how do you manage a line manager or managing director that blames you for everything? She now added, most times it is very annoying.
I would say I was in that position. I'm also still in the position because I report to someone as well. I'm not the MD of the business. I'm just the chief operating officer. And I can relate. How do you manage them when they blame you for everything? Well, I would say I'm not in that space where I'm being blamed for everything. It depends on the how have I been responsive? There's a difference between reacting and responding. How have I been responding to the problems or the issues around me? Why would he blame me for everything when I'm bringing forward a solution, not the problem? I'm already responding. Like responsiveness means you are predicting that you already seen the trend that this might happen, and then this is what we should do about it. And if you are in that space at every point in time, you already visualize that, or you already envisage that this is what might happen. So things do not just happen out of the blues. And I shouldn't be in a space where they blame me for everything. Except there is a level of accountability. Believe that you ought to know. You ought to have warned me. You ought to have been able to prevent this from happening. If you are placed in that situation, you are placed in that position, it's not easy. Very, very difficult, but it's achievable. It's for you to put on the hat of the business owner. When I joined the organization, I am a certified Scrum Master. I took the course. I didn't need it. I didn't need to. It's a tech course. It took me 4 months. I know it was adult education. Learning how to be a Scrum Master there. It's not an HR, it's not one of the HR skills. But I had to take it because I needed to resolve, I needed to understand particular business units. They give me so much headache. The line manager is threatening to resign. All these developers, they are giving me I can't deal. So there is a problem there. But if I do not understand what the person is going through, I can't understand the pain point. I don't understand the business. And I don't understand the business nuances. I don't understand anything about that particular unit. How then can I support? Why would they come and blame me? What are you doing there? You're sitting there, they are breaking their head off there. You're coming to tell me, speaking grammar. It's not what they're going to tell me. But when I went to take that course, I just came to tell them, I posted it on the later that I'm now a certified Scrum Master. I now understood what it takes to manage them, how we should manage them, expectations, and the fact that I was speaking their language. All those rancors, it reduced. I didn't say it erased. If you have ever managed developers, you will relate. I didn't say it erased completely, but it reduced to the barest minimum. This is me taking proactive steps. This is me knowing that I need to understand what is happening there for me to be able to address those issues. So I'm being responsive, not reacting. Oh, it has happened. Hey, what do we do? That's when I start, try to provide solution. What about preventive mechanism? What was it I put in place to prevent this from happening? So those are other ways. And at times, my darling sister, you can't help it. They need somewhere to dump things on. It might not be your fault at all. They don't feel like ranting. They just feel like dumping the garbage. And some of them could be they could use some profane words Just tell yourself, ensure you manage your mental health. And if you can no longer deal with that situation, start looking for way out. You're not responsible for their problem, and you might not be the solution to the problem. But try not to contribute. Try to, to work as such that you are helping to reduce that problem, so that he now sees you as someone of value, someone who is dependable. He won't blame me for the problem. He will blame me for just some of the problem. Okay? Hope I've been able to answer the question without going off course. Okay?
Thank you so much. We'll take Okore Kalu. You can unmute and speak. Meanwhile, I've dropped another question. The person wanted to be anonymous and send directly to me, so I've pasted it. So it's not my question.
Hello, good
Okay.
evening. Thank you.
Good evening,
Thank
Okore.
you.
Go
Good
ahead.
evening.
Yeah, thank you, Yemi. Thank you, Stella. So my question is this: how do
Mhm.
you effectively manage dual reporting? For example, let's say you're an HRBP stationed to a particular unit, and you have a chief people officer who sits at the parent business that you report to, and you also have a CEO who also sits at the unit where you manage as an HRBP, for instance. And there is this, the HRBP chief people officer has his or her own demand. The CEO or the chief operating officer of the unit you are managing also has his or her own demand. And some of these things can be conflicting in most times. And you get to see yourself being put in the middle. You need to also ensure that you fulfill the aspect of your main direct boss, who is the chief people officer, and CEO of the unit also has his or her own demand. So oftentimes you are being put in the middle. You are running from information that you got from the MD, taking it to the chief people officer, and this person may agree on this end, this person doesn't agree on this end, and you always find yourself, in between, trying to find an alignment and managing them to ensure that, they are in the same space before you'll be able to act. How can this be effectively managed? Thank you.
For it to be effectively managed, as you climb up the ladder, it's not all those operational skills that keeps you. It's your level of emotional intelligence. It's those soft skills that will keep you on the job. Nobody will bother if you understand learning and development or performance management, or how to execute some of all those engagement strategies. Your level of emotional intelligence, stakeholders management, very, very critical. Now, is it right? Is it ideal? No, not in all cases. But does it happen all the time? So you have who develops your JD, or who are you directly responsible for? There must be some parts of your job description that is being, there are some of the things you do. We report to the CEO in that particular business unit, and then we report also to the chief human resource officer at the parent company. You are answerable to both of them. There is nothing you can do but try to manage. Is for you to put on. There is no strategy. There is no book that you can read to say, okay, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, give to Paul what belongs to Paul. It's how you manage the information. It's just like someone meeting you, the back in those days, your mother, go and tell your mother that her head is not correct. And then, as a child, will you go there, mommy, they say I'll tell you that your head is not correct? No, you won't do that. You at that level, even as a child, then you're already managing, because he knows that before you even complete that statement. Back in those days, so I'm not talking of now, and they did not give people slaps and knocks. Back in those days, before you even complete that word, your head would have been, slapped to the back of your neck. So it's learning how to manage them. It's nothing, no strategy. Just deploy the level of emotional intelligence. That is it. There is nothing I cannot say. Okay, there's a particular book you have to read. It's all you need is emotional intelligence in managing them. Know what information to give this person. You know them better. You know them better than anybody coming to advise you. You know them better. You have worked with both of them. You know what triggers this person's anger. You do. So what is it this person wants you, and how does it? And again, you could have conversations with them. If you are confused, have conversations with them. I don't want to. At times I don't seem to understand. Sometimes how you want me to work with you, but if you tell me, just tell me this is how you want me to relate with you, or this is at times look for a nice time, have this conversation with them. Sir, please, at times I'm confused. I do not always understand what you meant when you say this. I used to think you meant this. And at times I think I used to get you upset. Right now, I want to do better. Tell me what I need how to manage you better, and the things that you do not like. Start having some of all these conversations with them. Have it with both of them. And at times, unfortunately, if both of them are having issues, after that one, I can't help you because you'll be in the middle. But you need to pick your battle. You need to pick your side. You need to be very, very careful what information you are giving this person. If there is fire, you shouldn't be the one to carry the petrol and bringing up the inferno. You understand? So it's your ability. You know them. You know their nuances. You know what triggers them. You know how nice they can be and how terrible they can be. You cannot get anybody coming from outside to tell you, oh, this particular one, this is what you should do. No, it's your level of emotional intelligence. You need to deploy a level of go back. Take EI tests. There are a lot of it online. Take an EI test yourself, your level of emotional intelligence. How have you related with this person? Are there some times that you said some things to this person, you think, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said this. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have gone this way. At times, you critique some of the relationship you've had with the two of them. And when did you have this relationship? When was the relationship better? When was it at optimum? What was it you did? What was it you did well to receive a thumbs up? Manage. So it's all about you. You are the one that can manage both of them. I don't know if I was able to answer your question.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Stella.
You're most welcome.
Okay. Before we go to the next, most likely the last question, I have to read this. It's from my friend, my colleague, Angela Shelekere. She says, thanks, Coach Stella. You are always on point. It is so interesting to listen to you, doing what you know how to do best. I am proud of you. And of course, she sends her love. I just have to read that. It's part of my managing C-suits. It's not only question you be trained at them. You also throw them positive feedback to boost their, their energy levels. So you need to make the best of this question if it's not completely clear. I didn't write it. I'm just reading it out. And the person says, yeah, I hope to stay anonymous. How do I get a C-suit to listen to a feedback based off silent whispers from employees? She provided suggestions to the problem, but there was no concession during the feedback session. I have not been able to get to the point of data, sick leave rate increase, general lack of motivation, complaints about long meetings, and so on and so forth. That's all she wrote.
Okay, so what's the question there? How do you get them to do what now?
Get a C-suite to listen to feedback. So I assume that maybe the C-suite is getting information through many informal sources. Some may be rumors and the likes. And then she is the HR that has to deal with the C-suite in reality. And she has tried to maybe solve the problem, but there's no solution. And maybe, for example, people are complaining to HR, for example, that their meetings can be extra long, too long. How do you manage the C-suite, maybe to change some of their methodology and approach to employee and people management?
Yeah. So in my organization, we have what we call our stay interview. It's like the survey, there was one of my LinkedIn posts. I said, why exit? Why not stay? Why is that whenever people are leaving? So when we talk about data, has there been anyone who has dropped that as part of the reason why they are leaving the organization? You should be able to tie it down to a negative or the impacts of some of the complaints that they are having. What is the impact, and how can that be? Can you put that? How can you put that in numbers so that they see that the longer, you can actually get the number of hours that we put in every day, a number of hours, you can monetize it. So if we have the meeting, you have been sitting in a meeting for 5 hours every day, right? And so this is what the business is going to lose. So I'm going to calculate that in a month. This is what we are losing for this number of times. That's why I said start speaking numbers. So you gather all of them together. And for this particular meeting, for every 1 hour we are staying at this meeting, everybody here, this is what the business is losing. So for every time, for 2 hours, this is what the business is losing. Because this time could have been spent. So when you come and, sir, I don't know, they are complaining, the number of in fact, they've been coming to meet me that, the number of times you are spending is too long. No, show them what? Numbers. This is what we are losing. We are spending this much time. And what is it impacting? The longer we stay at the meeting, the less time they have to deliver on their job. Tie everything back. Look at the effects of staying long. And if you can tie it, can buttress your point with numbers, go ahead. So you don't just say anything without showing them figure. And then have, aside from, so we hardly have all the, because they're always waiting for the stay interview so they can bear their hearts out. And please, when you conduct a stay interview, no names. Just deploy the stay interview, no names, no email addresses. Just deploy the stay interview, simple Google form, let them submit. And then have a town hall meeting where you share with them insights. Compare the result of the stay interview for this one, compare this one with the previous one so that they see what has changed. What has people talked about this particular issue we're talking about? What new thing did they bring up to say these are burning issues? And then you should be able to, when people are complaining and groaning and complaining about that, someone would have dropped that during the exit interview. And then you start linking it to the cost of replacements. This was part of one of the reasons that this person gave for leaving. That's it. There's no time to execute some of the tasks that you've been asked to come and do. We spend so much time at meetings. Deploy a survey. Deploy a stay interview. What would you like the management to, where would you like them to improve? And if it's an owner-managed business, I need to let you know this. It's not every time that you come up with initiative or suggestion that they take it. There is this stubbornness. They believe they're always right. Their middle name is Sabinus. They believe they're always right. No, you can't tell me what to do. No. You can't say that. Yeah. No, if they want to go, let them leave. Oh, if they want to go, let them leave, right? Okay. Give them the figure, the cost of replacement. My cost of replacement is not just the person that I've just the salary. I'm already looking at the time I'm taking to interview fresh persons. I'm going to calculate every single time I'm going on LinkedIn. I'm going, how many hours do I put in every day to search for this particular role? And the person that left, you train this person. What was the cost of this training? Put all the total cost together. Don't just say replace. This is the cost. This is what it will cost us to replace this hire. For every time they are having onboarding, how many people came? Even if it's to 30 minutes, they came to speak. Put all those costs together, break everything down, show them. So this is not a case of, oh, no, bring someone else in. Okay, that's fine. That is another 657,800. Okay, that's fine. Then we say, what do you mean by 657,800? Oh, that is what it will cost us to bring in another person. Yeah. I just felt to let you know. And I'm going to train them, and they will leave, and they are taking some of everything here, our industry secrets, they're going to our competitors. I just felt to let you know. But that's fine. How soon should we have this person come on board? So that I can start doing that. Show them figure. They won't react immediately. They'll go and think about it later. It's part of all these things that keep them awake at night. Because they know that even if they're not listening to you, then they know you are making sense. They know you are telling them the truth. They are just stubborn. Okay? So at times you won't win it all. So do not always go with that. I had one of the mentees that attended my HR primary with Stella, and then she came to meet me, and then she told me it started with all this, and then before he said Jack Robinson, she was fired. You do not go to the MD and say, no, what you are doing is not fair. Yeah? What you are doing is not right. No, know your boundaries. I think I should add that to my slide for managing C-suite. Know your boundaries. You don't go and tell your line manager what you are doing is not fair. What you are doing is not right. I won't tell you that in clear terms. I will tell you. You know how you say when you tell the person without telling the person. I know how to tell you. I'll show you figure. I'll show you numbers. I'll talk without talking. So let us up our game, our communication style. What does this person want to see? How do they like? What do they usually, when you communicate with them, what used to trigger them? What is it that they don't want to listen to at all? Nobody shies away from numbers. Everybody sees numbers. They see figures. They speak figures. I've never seen an MD or a C-suite that turns the back to the financial controller. No, they're always like this because it's about figure. It's about numbers. Then start speaking numbers. Link the impact of what they are failing to do to the business goals and objective. Let them see it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We actually have one question. And ladies and gentlemen, if you drop any more questions, I won't see it. I promise you, I won't see it. Meanwhile, before I read the question, there's one message here from the Adele. And Faye says, thank you, Madam Stella. You are just speaking directly from the C-suite. Then he puts a smiley logo.
Oh, thank you, Faye.
So we take the question, and the person says, hello, I want this question anonymous. How do you manage a CEO that uses the F word? Yet, the policy of the company frowns at it, and some employees feel if the founder CEO can be doing that, what about other people too, other leaders in the organization? Why can't they be using such F word? Final question.
Okay. You said the policy of the organization says that the policy says expressively that do not use the F words or do not use profane words. That's why sometimes when you are developing this policy, did you write it all out that you should not use the F words, as in the F word? Did you write it there? Or you should not use foul language? And if it's there, I should not use the F word, you're going to take it back and tell them that, and tell him that you are thinking you want to review this policy, this communication policy, so that you want to take out this particular one that have the F word. And then say, why do you want to remove it? Sir, because so many, at most times you use the F word and people can hear it, and well, I'm just thinking so that people would start coming back to say, oh, I thought we don't use the F word, right? So I just think we should just take it out, just to play safe. I think we just take it out. Allow him to say, leave it there. You understand? So you can't help it. It depends on, you can change some people. Me, if that F word is there in our policy, I'll take it out. In that way, when there is no law, there is no sin. So sometimes, and these are just tips to manage them. So nobody is going to come, hey, we have it in our policy. You mustn't use the F word and stuff like that. And then I'll take it off. Oh, you shouldn't use profane words. I've not described F word as part of the profane words. Now, I'm not saying what he's doing is good, but look at the way I can't say, sir, you should stop using the F word. It's not good. And I should know better as the leader. Hey, no, I will bring the policy. and say, this particular one, I want you to ratify. No policies. Please ensure that most of your policies have them sign off on it. Okay. I think we need to take out this particular one, and that's just what we need to take out. And so I'm actually doing it because, just to protect the numerous times that you kind of use the F words. Nobody's going to frown at that because it's not there in the policy. Now that's we're covered. And then you're like, why are we removing it? What are they talking about? It could either say, yes, it's true, remove it. What is there? This one is okay. Because he wants to continue using the F word. Or at times he could say, leave it there. If you say leave it there, there's nothing you can do about it. And if the people that are complaining, they are complaining that the owner of the business is using the F word and you are not to use the F word. If you use the F word, you face the penalty. There are sometimes when you work with an owner-managed business, understand that you cannot have your way all the time, that things won't go this way. No, things are supposed to go like this. At times it goes like this. It's for you to learn how to manage it. It's not, everything is not cast in stone, that it must be like this, pe. If you're that type of person, you cannot work in owner-managed business. And there are a lot of owner-managed business all over the place. They are everywhere. So it's learning how to manage. And if they are complaining, they shouldn't do what I don't do what I do. Do what is in the handbook. The handbook is for you. Do what you have been asked to do. And stay away from things that you've been asked not to do. Don't look at the MD or the CEO. Do yours. Remember what I said, you'll be amazed at how much you can accomplish if you don't care who gets the credits. So don't look at any other person. Do yours. Don't say because, they've said we should stop doing this. I say, after this person is doing it, hello, you do it and then you get caught. And the other person has been doing it, nobody sees. So just do yours. Learn how to manage them. Learn how to manage them. After trying to manage the boss and it's not working, just manage those in that line. Get them to comply. Yeah, it's for them. Okay, so would that be the last question? Or do we still have any other question?
Thank you so much. This has been fantastic. This has been fantastic. You have dropped wisdom after wisdom, nugget after nugget. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been our privilege and pleasure hosting tonight Coach Stella Otibo Obialo, and she has done justice to the topic. What I would like to do now is just enable all of us to unmute so that we can literally say thank you to her and show her some gratitude. Ladies and gentlemen, we can unmute now and say thank you.
Thank you, Coach Stella.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma. Thank you.
Thank you, Stella.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you so much,
Thank you,
Stella.
Stella. It's been awesome listening to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, Stella.
Thank you. And thank you.
Thank
you. Thank you for having me, for giving me the privilege to share with other HR professionals. It's just something that I just love doing. My husband would tell me
Thank you,
when
Stella.
she's training.
Thank you very much. We met in Abuja. I'm former chairman of Abuja branch. So we met sometimes at the CIPM house. You remember?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm close to your village now. I'm
in Delta State.
State
you to Delta. Yes, I remember. Wow.
So thanks for the good delivery of the presentation. Thank you very much.